Whoa, we're out chasing crappies today. Just like a pro.
Fishing with Gussy is proudly sponsored by and uses Shimano rods and reels. Visit fish.shimano.com for more information.
Welcome to Fishing with Gussy. As you can see, weather's beautiful, it's fall, and we're out chasing crappies today. And I've got probably the youngest, well, for sure the youngest guest ever on the show today. My buddy Ethan Belrose. He's 11, but
Hello.
He can fish. So we're gonna find some crappies here on the Hummingbird. We might have some right here, bud, and
Okay.
see if we can catch them. So I'm gonna give you this rod. It's just a little jig with a little impulse smelt minnow on it. And we're gonna go right to the bottom. The fish are pretty close to the bottom, and then we're gonna lift it up just a little bit, okay? Because the way that crappies' eyes are, they like to look up. So you always wanna kind of keep it up above the fish a little bit. I'm gonna try a little puppet minnow, not your prototypical open water crappie bait, but they work really good under the ice, so I'm sure it'll work probably today too. But you can see right tight to bottom there's some fish. Fish on. Look at down on, there's the fish coming up on the graph, and you can see all the marks down there near the bottom. So, that's on that little puppet minnow, so that's pretty sweet. I haven't used these a lot in open water. We use the bigger ones for walleyes, and they catch them pretty good. But that's cool. These little ones are going to work pretty good for those crappies too today, I think. Let's get back down there. Good job, bud.
Feels pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Good job, man.
Oh yeah, Ian totally took it. Wow, it is way back
some
there.
pliers?
Nope, I got it.
Just like a pro.
Yeah.
Hold them out into the sun a little bit more too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get that light on them. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Right on, buddy.
There we go. Go back down. First I thought he was a bass. Like he looks like a bass when he's coming up, but good sized crappie.
These electronics are so deadly for these crappies. And a fish came charging up and hit it. And here's my bait. I missed him, so I set the hook and it came sort of shooting up. I'm gonna drop back down here and this guy's gonna come back again, hopefully, and smoke it. Yeah, here he comes. So here's the fish. Oh, he hit it again and I missed him. Third time's gonna be his strike. Oh, he's right on it. I got him way up off the bottom. That's usually a good thing. Oh, did you have a bite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Could have been yours just coming after mine. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Come on. So I kind of lost my bait sort of behind us a little bit, so I can't see it on the screen, but I'm still picking up some of those fish down there. So we're still around. And there's my bait again. I just had to back up a little bit. Probably let a little more line out. So we missed a couple of those ones, and they looks like they sort of smartened up and hit the road. So part of the thing, these crappies, and we're going to talk about the seasonal movements and what they do in the fall and winter as we go along here. But basically, we have a whole big basin out behind us, and these crappies are going to be kind of just sort of spread out all over it. So it's all about using the electronics. Here, I got one coming off the bottom right now for me, to find the fish, and then, there it is, got them. And then dropping your bait down and catching them, so. Oh, cool. So these aren't exactly the big slabs we're looking for yet, but one thing about crappies is they school up. So we found some fish, we're gonna catch a bunch, and they're gonna get bigger than that. So we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with some slab crappies on Fishing with Gussy after this. That's all crappies, just totally stacked on the bottom. So I'm gonna get back on top of these things. We're gonna get a couple fish here. So there's my bait coming down into them. Look at this, they're already coming up for it. Come on. Let's get a double header. Here we go. Huh. These ones are smarter. They're playing a little bit harder to get. There, I got that one. But see how I'm holding my bait up above the fish, or pretty close to the bottom? It just seems like that. It's a little nicer one. If you can get those fish to kind of commit and move up for your bait, they're more likely to bite. Pass me that rod. I got the advantage because I'm able to play the video game. So lift it a little bit.
Okay, so just
lift it. No, just even lift the rod. You don't have to reel. Okay, that's good. So there's your lure, is right here. So you got to slide over a little bit. We'll be able to pick it up again. So you're right there. Jiggle it around a little. There, see it moving?
Yeah.
So right on the bottom, those are crappies. So you just hold it right there. Keep just shaking it lightly. And this one here is gonna come up and bite that thing in any second. He's slowly coming up for it. Just keep giving it a little light shake and just hold it still. He's right on it. Just hold it still. Lift it real slow a little bit. Okay, hold it there. So he came up and inspected it, and now he's kind of going back down. But just keep the lure at that same level. Keep shaking it around. You got denied.
Yeah.
Here comes another one. Here, this one's gonna bite probably. Keep shaking it, nice and light. And when you feel that tap, you set the hook.
Okay.
Come on.
Man.
There's a few of them down there. Lift it up a little bit. Sometimes it's good just to kind of play keep away with them. And keep that bait just a little bit out of there. Make them work for it a little, and then sometimes that will trigger them to bite. Okay, here comes one racing up for it. Usually when they swim up fast like that, they're gonna bite it.
Oh,
he
one,
did
yeah.
it, nipped it?
Yep.
Okay. He's still around, there you go. Good job, buddy. Sweet. We'll maybe just let out a little bit of line here.
Okay.
And then you can watch those hooks.
Okay. Oh, just popped out. Yeah.
There you go. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get these nice fall days, you should certainly take advantage of them, because we all know how long of a winter we have here in our part of the world, and it doesn't matter if you want to catch walleye or bass, crappies. You had one, huh?
Yeah.
Fishing's good for everything in the fall, and you know, certainly it's a lot more fun when you get these nice weather days.
There we
Atta
go.
boy, buddy. Oh, I just about had a double. Good job. Little bulldogger, huh?
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it just popped off. Oh, he's sitting right there too. Just right there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you know
it just
what?
popped off there.
Ethan never told me before, but the first crappie that he caught earlier was actually his first one ever. So
Yeah.
we threw it back. We didn't get a picture. So why don't you hold this one up for the camera?
Okay.
And we're gonna take a break and get a picture of you with your crappie, and then we'll keep catching some more. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, buddy.
Tech Tips is brought to you by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen.
Rigging up this little puppet minnow, we're not using any meat today as far as like minnows or anything like that. And typically with crappies, you don't really have to, because they're sometimes they're finicky, but usually they're pretty catchable if you can get on top of them. So one thing we're doing is just putting a couple little, they're called the little Northland Impulse Waxy, and it's just a small little scented, you can see it's really pretty small, but it's got a little bit of scent on it. They come in a tiny little package, and they're just something to add a little bit more profile and color and scent to your bait, and they seem to work pretty good on these puppet minnows. So that's sort of been the ticket today, and that's it right there. So that one's kind of beat up. The hooks are bent a little on it. I've used this one and caught a bunch on it ice fishing, and I've got a couple new ones in the package at home, but we're just using what's in I brought my ice fishing bag along today and figured we'd try a few of these baits out that we use to catch them during the winter.
Tech Tips is brought to you by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen.
What's your biggest fish you've ever caught?
Depends the species.
Well, what's your biggest bass?
A 5-pound smallmouth and a 5-pound largemouth.
Wow, that's pretty good. What about pike?
Probably, I caught it out at my buddy Oliver's camp, and that was a 9 or 10 pounder.
Nice. Well, we got out one day this summer and caught some bass, and we caught a few nice ones. It wasn't, well, the weather wasn't really great that day, but we had a good time, and so we got to be buddies, and he got to have the afternoon off school today. So all your friends back at King George School are probably going to be pretty jealous of you this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
There it is. That didn't take long. Find the fish. This one feels a little bit better, maybe. Oh, it's a bigger rock bass. That's funny. So another type of panfish, just not exactly what we're looking for, but if you've ever caught rock bass, they live under every crib dock on Lake of the Woods and all the other little lakes around here. That's a big one. One thing about these types of baits too, and little spoons or in anything really, if you're fishing vertical, you can see how my knot kind of moved a little bit just from fighting that fish. You always want it to be nice and straight. So I'll pull that up a little bit, get it hanging straight, and then your bait's gonna be, you know, a lot more natural looking in the water. Look at the graph here. They are chasing my bait all over the place. Here's one coming up right now for it. Just keep playing keep away. This is me right here. Yep. Ethan's hooked up. I'm going for a double header, bud.
It's a rock bass.
Huh, maybe that's just a school of rock bass on this one. That's funny.
Got lots of spines too, you gotta make sure about.
Yeah, you don't want to get those in the fingers. That doesn't feel very nice. Okay, I got another fish. If it's another rock bass, we're gonna carry on.
Yeah.
That might just be what we're into out here. No, there's some crappies mixed in too. That's a crappie.
That's good.
Just gotta weed through the rock bass to get to the crappies, I guess.
Yep.
So what's your best fishing story of all the times that you've been out?
Probably when me, my mom, and my grandma, and my brother, and my sister were out, and we had caught a bunch of pike, and we came up to one spot near Coney Island, and I hooked this pike, this probably a pretty small pike, not that big, and halfway to the boat, I felt this big tug, and I'm like, what the heck? And I bring it in, and I see a giant muskie clamped onto my pike, and I'm like, oh man.
Really?
Yeah, and my grandma's like, you're not bringing that in the boat, are you? And my mom's like, no. And there's all sorts of blood, and I'm like, really? And the muskie actually started swimming out. It actually, it didn't let go, and it eventually broke my line. So it's pretty cool, and
wow.
It's one of my best fishing stories.
Good job.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, he totally took it. It's like all in his mouth.
Nice. Pliers?
I
I think I got the pliers right here.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got one too.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a nicer one.
Ah. Come on. Forgot the
That's been a good little bait today though, that little puppet minnow. And same thing, I mean, it comes in 4 different sizes and is a bait that we use for ice fishing a lot, for walleyes and lake trout. These small ones are good for perch. But you've just got this little fin on the back. You can kind of see it, and that makes it swim. So when you jig it up and down, I mean, it kind of swims in a circle and covers a pretty wide area. So yeah, kind of a unique thing, but those little crappies like them.
It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Good job, man.
Oh yeah, he totally took it. Wow, it is way
Need
back
some
there.
pliers?
Nope, I got it.
Whoa. I beat you to the bottom that time, hey bud? Little guy. It's mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, fishing different depths. Oh. Popped right out of the mouth.
That's like a kindergarten-sized one, buddy.
Yeah.
I think he got mine. He was coming for mine and he
Oh, it's a rocky.
got yours by accident.
Oh, it's a rock bass.
I knew it was a rock bass, buddy, so I let you have that one. I'm just kidding. Cool. Little crappie. Next, all the fish that you catch, you gotta show them to the camera.
Okay.
Okay?
There's a rock bass.
So you didn't want to show anybody
Yeah.
that one? I hear you, I understand.
Yeah, nobody wants to see a rock bass.
No,
Anybody can catch those.
especially because we only catch big fish on the
Yeah.
show, right?
Yeah.
Again, kidding, because if you watch the show enough, you know that's not always the case. Took them a second to trick them, but got them. Nice crappie. That was on that little buckshot spoon again. Kind of. I'll turn around into the sun so everyone can see without all the shadows, but there you go. That's it right there. Same deal, just using those little waxies on there for a little bit of scent, a little bit of color, and just something for those fish to kind of key in on. Oh, you're the hot stick, bud. Oh,
He's like right there.
that looked like a bigger one too, huh?
Yeah.
He was pulling a little harder than some of those other ones we were getting.
Yeah. Oh, man. At least we know there's fish there.
Got him. That feels like a better one, buddy.
That's good.
Maybe it's a walleye or something. Ah. No, it says this is why you fish for crappies in northwestern Ontario.
I got
And
one.
you got a nice one too.
Yeah.
Sweet, that's what we wanted right there. A nice double header, hey bud?
Yeah.
But we haven't been getting a lot of real big fish today. And that's crappie fishing. Some days you will, some days you don't. This particular place, I've caught some big ones before, and that is a monster. There's like the average we've been catching. Look at how much bigger that is. That's what you call a slab right there. That's pretty sweet, huh? I actually missed this fish once, and he came back, and I never lost him on the graph. He stayed on it. He went back down and came up again and ate it. So pretty sweet. That's a good way to end the afternoon, buddy. Pretty good day out of school.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. That was fun, and we'll maybe catch a couple more before we head home, huh?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. It's been a fun afternoon. You get these nice, beautiful fall days, get out and catch some fish, because it's a long winter, and fish bite good in the fall, especially when you got these nice, beautiful days. So that's been a fun afternoon.
Fishing with Gussy proudly uses and is sponsored by Jackal Lures.